I'm going to switch this camera on. Let's see here. Hang on, everyone. There we go. Now we can see comments. I'm running a little bit behind this morning. Sorry, everyone. Bear with me. Camera's all wonky here. Took a hole in the mud. So everything is muddy, but the sun is out, and I'm gonna be thankful today. All right, there we go. And you can't see me on the table. That's okay. Hey, everybody. Anyone in here? I think I'm sitting sideways. That's all right. Let's see who we got. We got 3 people in here. Good morning, Mr. Landfill. Morning, Verna. Taking Lucy for a walk. You'll be right back. You're back. It's raining like crazy there, huh? So for whatever reason, Sundays, I'm an absolute zombie. It's so hard for me to get going. And the rest of the family, too. Let's see. I don't know if that's going to be any better. I'll just stop messing with it. Yep, there we go. So I'm not really coming at you with an agenda this morning. And you're just getting me. Hey, Nikki's here. Good morning. So I am drinking one of my herbal teas. I guess this is my only agenda. I just wanted to show you these ones. I love how the tea bags look, just with these particular herbs. Beautiful color to the tea, and I love the smell. This is my ALERRT tea. Again, and so it's a morning or night one of the new ones. And all it is peppermint and lemongrass. And I didn't really think the two would go together, but holy cow, they complement each other really well. So it's a tea that's for alertness or clarity of mind, kind of calming as well. But it's not one that has caffeine or gets you going though. So therefore, it's a clarity or an alertness tea you could drink in the morning or the evening. Either way, it just kind of makes things clear. This is my candle that looks strange. It was our first try, so it's not a not for sale one. So this candle also uses the peppermint and lemongrass. And I'm going to light it just for the smell because I love it, even though it's getting really sunny out here. If some of you saw my other video with all the snow, that snow is pretty much gone now. My little tea bags. So these are all natural, compostable tea bags. I get them off Amazon. I could put a link or send you a link. Oh, that's cool. Head to Detroit in a second. Ooh, be safe there, Mr. Landfill. Have a good one. And you need that today. Your butt's dragging. Sundays, I just drag really bad. The whole family does. I'm kind of hoping I'm not coming down with something, to be honest. This is the time of year to do it when the weather's going in huge swings and I'm outside. Hey, Andy, you made it. Good morning. Oh, man. So the lemongrass really sweetens up, and I like peppermint tea by itself, but sometimes it can be really strong and kind of overwhelming almost. The lemongrass, though, really balances that and gives it a little bit of sweetness, and then the smell, too. So this is one of the teas that's going to be in our shop on the launch next week. For $7, you can get the pack. And I guess this morning, I'm just going to kind of enjoy and chat and drink my tea, but we will go look in the greenhouse because I have some of the new quail in there, and I just want to show what's going on and talk about that for a second, I guess. In the greenhouse is where I've moved the 2 plants that this tea came from, actually. They weren't in the greenhouse when we harvested it, but they're still alive and doing well in there. You feel like a drowned rat? It looks like everyone's feeling the same this morning. Well, hang in there, you guys. I thought, and I was like, I could come on here and tell about all the things on my mind and how I'm not feeling great and all that. But I'm just going to be thankful. I guess I mentioned it anyways, but there's a lot to be thankful for. The sun's out shining. Things are good. Look at this little Silky here. This one follows me around the yard like the dog. So here's the dog. Hey, dog. And where's the Silky? Can I see? Sun's in my eyes. There's the little Silky. Run it off now. So usually have the dog and the little Silky follow me around the yard everywhere. They follow my wife too. The little Silkies. They're fun. This is just going to be lopsided. That's okay. So what do you guys have going on today? Matt, I wanted to go back to bed. I was afraid I'd miss the live stream. Oh, well, thank you for being here, Verna, but you can go to bed. If you miss, I understand. Always love having you here, but I fully understand, especially as doing creating stuff on YouTube, that there's going to be times you just need to sleep and stuff, and streams will be missed. That's okay, but I'm glad you're here. I want to be honest. I always felt like kind of like, oh, I'm just going to cancel the stream. I don't feel good. I told my wife as soon as I got off the stream, I was going to go lay down for a few before work. But I hopped on anyways. So we're all here in the same boat this morning. So I'll go ahead and hop on what I got. You missed too many of them. Andy says she did sleep in. I'm drinking this tea up quick. So this is, I think, my second new favorite tea. My first is our other tea we have, and I'll show that on Saturday. And then followed by Harmony, and then Yeehaw, and then Serenity, I think. Hey, Solo, should we go into the greenhouse and show the quail and what's going on in there? Yeah, I've actually, depression's part of the day. I guess I'll talk about it a little bit since everyone's kind of feeling things, I guess. I get depressed around this time of year, the weather, the cold, the everything's wet and stuff. Okay, come on, buddy. Solo wants to say hi. And then of course, just, a lot of family, a lot going on this time of year. It's time of year to get down a little bit, so we're just going to be upbeat here together. Solo's enjoying the sun. Should we go in the greenhouse, Solo? I understand, Andy. I'm glad you're here this morning. I will never hold it against anyone for missing my live streams. I love having you guys all here, but holy cow, I understand sleeping in and needing to do other things and just life. There's a whole lot more life than YouTube. So glad you're here now. But last night, me and my son ate some disgusting jelly beans. That's what you missed. Let's go ahead and go over to the greenhouse. Come on, Solo. I'm going to flip this camera around again. Let's see here. I did end up making another candle, though, and I'm going to be hopefully putting that video out tonight or so. Are we ready? Oh, now you see all the mess. I was zoomed out way too far. So we'll go in the greenhouse. Part of what I don't like, too, is with the storms, trash kind of blows all around, and then everything just gets wet. So you can see all the snow's gone. There's a lot of garlic popping up, but we'll see how that does. These plants have just about had it. The rest of the garden, you can see all these plants are dead. So one of my chores today is I'm going to come cut a lot of that off up there. All right, I'll come in the greenhouse. I'm going to take this off. Stand, stop bumping it. Hey, Tracy, good morning. Good to see you. I hope you're feeling good today and doing all right. First, 85 degrees in here right now. At night, it still is not, it's dropping the temperature pretty quick. It's not retaining all that well. However, you can see most of the plants have made it. So here's the quail. So these guys are kind of old and they look a little ratty. They're not the ones meant to be in here. So look at, go on, I'm going to kick you out. They're doing all right. They're the heater for, yeah, I had it and it all blows off. So you can see there's straw in these ones. I put straw down on everything and then we get a wind at least once a week that blows everything away. So I keep putting straw down. Hey, Lil Roo. I put these cereal box cardboard guards on here. And they work great. Sorry, I'm showing the close shot of the poop. But anyways, they work really great. So these guys' job is to warm up the greenhouse. And I guess they're doing all right. I don't know. The avocado's looking... These are what I really want to survive. And we will see. They may not. But we started these this year. And so the goal is to keep them alive this winter. And it's only November and they're kind of... So we'll see. All right. Over here we got sage. This is still doing good. This will go in one of the teas, the stuff we've already dried. Here is lavender. And so this one's still all right. I got my thyme and a little more sage. But this here was the peppermint plant when it was outside that was harvested. And that goes in my teas. So all naturally grown, beautiful peppermint plant. Still doing really well, actually. There's another little candle heater I was experimenting with in the camera. So this is still alive. However, my basil's gone. Basil it does not like it when it drops down like that. And then the moisture. So that one's gone. The moringa seems to be doing pretty good. Parsley's still doing good. And then mealworms. Yeah, so these plants are doing all right. Lemongrass is doing really good. It's loving it in here. I'm going to crack this door now. The trick with the greenhouse, though, this time of year, is keeping the door open just enough, or ventilation just enough, but not too much, to maintain the heat, and then getting it closed at the right time and open at the right time. So there's actually these things you can buy. They're little pistons. They're called atmospheric pressure pistons or something like that. That will open and close. That's not going to help. Will open and close your windows by themselves, but they're kind of pricey. Anyways, geez. That's what I mean by trash. The wind will blow these. Well, it's my fault because I don't keep them better together. Anyways, tripping on things. So the garlic has some straw in it. It all blows away. I have to fight to keep the dog out. There's some stuff going on. I don't know how well the camera's picking it up, but we'll see how that does. I guess we'll do a little tour. Might as well. I need more quail. I do. So we'll go in the quail shack in a minute. But this was that top cage. They're actually the cage to be culled. So all these ones, there are only a few of them because they were ready to be being culled off. However, I moved them in just because. So I like to kind of every year, I like to look at my timelines, I guess, and see how far I think I am from where I need to be. If that makes sense. And for example, with the garlic and stuff, I think I'm about 2 weeks off. With getting the silky coop built, I was about 2 weeks off to beat the weather, and then other things like that. And so it seems like this year I'm about 2 weeks behind on my gardening and my all that. So that's something to look at for next year. Anywho. So the quail that are supposed to go in here are the new ones. They're going to come out hopefully this week, I think. They won't go in there right away. Garden always makes me sad this time of year. So there's still some straw in the strawberries. And everything's pretty much gone. Oh, where the silkies went. They ran off. Then we can go this way first. So the silkies are still been back here. As you can see, there's more water and snow. I need to come, oh boy, push off. But I'll do that later because it's going to flood this area before it breaks here. We just don't get enough snow and stuff that I really build anything to deal with it. All right. So those quail, I'll come to your world. Yep. I'm really not a winter person. I have coming to realize I think I'm just a desert person. I don't care for all the weather. But so they were all in this cage. This was the to be culled cage. They're the left of my mixed variety. And so they're in the greenhouse now. This middle one here is jumbos, and there's not very many of them either. I was debating whether we were going to call them off or hatch out more. And then here's my son's celadons. So this whole cage stack is going to be celadons. If I decide to keep jumbos, they're going to go in another one that I'm building. Here is the cage I built, one of them. So I need to clean this one all up. This I decided I'm going to use as a grow out pretty much right now at least. And so I'll get it all cleaned up. Those other quail will come out here probably by the end of the week, and they're going to spend a week or so out here before they go into the greenhouse because it is warmer in the quail shack. These guys heat it up and it's a little better insulated and all. So they're a little better off in here. I don't know if I can even open this door. Solo, get out of there. He's stealing eggs. That's what he's doing. Solar system's doing all right, though. That's good. What are you doing? You stealing eggs? This is a feature I love about my quail shack. I'm going to show, because any of you that, I know you guys all got your quail right now, but if anyone's watching maybe later or something, you don't have quail, you're debating how to do it, this is the feature I think I love the most. It may sound stupid, but let me show you. So I got these doors here. And it's kind of a mess over here. I always apologize. But so I open these doors. I grab the tray, pull it out with my gloves, take it through these doors, and dump it in the compost. Then it gets covered with a little bit of straw. It doesn't smell because of the brown to green ratio. There's another compost right there. And then I'm done. The tray goes back in. And so that has been the best thing I have done for these quail. That probably sounds stupid. I'm sure, though, if you guys have quail, you understand. Just the ease of that alone. Let me open up this second window. So get out of there. So I'm gonna add a third solar panel up here. It's gonna go over here, I think, actually. And I'm gonna reconfigure my solar panels a little bit. And it may not make a lot of sense, but I like to have redundancy. So instead of having one big solar system on everything, I have a bunch of little ones. The new Silky Coop is all wired up itself. It's an internal unit. However, it does need the solar panel plugged in it. So I'm going to put another panel over here, and this one are going to be tied together, running the chicken. This one I'm going to pull off, even though it's right next to it, just because it's closer over here, and that's going to go into the new Silkies area. Sounds great. So these guys have been pecking their eggs, and we're probably going to catch one in there. No, I've been trying to get the eggs before they can peck them, and this is a fake one. I need to get another one. A little Silky hanging out. Oh, so it's my new chickens that are pecking. We'll open this. Pecking the eggs, and they lay these little white eggs. They're good. I mean, we eat them up, but for customers, they're not the best. So I'm going to try and do a few things to keep them from pecking the eggs, and then we're going to put them down if not. And I think after having done 4 or 5 different chicken breeds now, the Orpington Buffs are my favorite. That's Betty back there. She's my Orpington Buff. They're the quietest. They're the friendliest. I kind of think they're the easiest to take care of. A little wild bird. And they lay nice big brown eggs, pretty good layers. And so what I'm going to do, I believe, is get, I'm just going to get 10 of these guys if I decide to put these 4 down. So that's what we're going to do. This I had to fix. It all came falling down with the snow. Hey, you. What are you doing there? Or option 3 I was thinking about actually was I could take the 4 with the little white eggs and be running 3 flocks technically. The Silkies, those, and then the bigger flock. The bigger flock's really just for resale. All the grapes are dead. Trim it back. All this will get trimmed off because it'll just get moldy and full of aphids and things. I didn't get anything covered back here. The snow came once again 2 weeks quicker than I thought, and so I did kind of chop and drop it all. It's a mess back here. I'm gonna pick the rest of these horned melons. They're ready to pick. So we're gonna grab up those. I think that's really the only thing still in here besides sunchokes underground. But and so I'm gonna pull those, and then this week we'll let the chicken flock come through here, do its little permaculture thing, and they'll eat any bugs that are hiding before they really get, burrowed away. And I'll clean up some trash first that blows over the wall, and let them do their thing for a while. And then the goal is by the 1st of December to have it covered with cardboard and ready to get prepping for spring. Try and get ahead of it. Milk jugs everywhere. I use these for absolutely everything, so they lay around. Okay. Hey there, it's Nikki. She's one of our oldest birds. Her and Betty, they're the two eldest. Looks so nice and sunny today. Yep. No more any more snow heading your way. So it's supposed to be sunny all week, I believe. It is still cold. 89 there. Wow. Yeah, it's sunny. Well, this is New Mexico for you. That's why I freak out whenever there's weather, because usually the sky looks like this most all the time. It is cold. Don't be deceived, but yeah. What you doing, you? See, so there's my one little guy, my other little guy. Not sure where the other two went. They've run off. My progress on the Silky's house stopped completely with the weather, so it's all bagged up over here. Let's see. I don't know. My throat's kind of been sore. That's not good. You hear me coughing and stuff. Anyways, I think it did all right. It needs a second coat of stain. I still have to put the metal roof on it. I have to build the nesting box and the porch. And a few other things to the legs, because the legs need to get their facing plates. They're going to get a rubber seal around the bottom, and then actually wheels on them, and then some support between. So recycle and reuse. We do a lot of that here. So that's why I have these junk piles, and I guess any homestead probably does, but I'll have junk piles. It looks like a mess, so I try not to show it. It's a lot of wood. It's a lot of wire mesh, things like that. I'll use all this stuff. That's why it's sitting there. That's the second part of the greenhouse that ended up not getting built. And the project just had to take wayside to other things. That's okay. I got this greenhouse up this year, so hey, that's a success. Other than that, that's about it. This is garlic and onion. And then there's some onion over there. Strawberries are still going. I mean, there's the plants that will come back, but there's not much else. It's kind of sad. So let me put this on me again. Settings, where are we at? Camera. There we go. All right. A couple people in here. I'm at 23 now. Made it a little longer than I thought I would. I don't know where my camera stand went, so I think it's in the greenhouse. There we go. Yeah, each success gives you a little bit of oomph to keep going, right? Yeah. So does anyone have any plans today? You guys just going back to bed? I actually think when I hop off here in a few minutes, I'm probably going to go lay down for a few. I do. I feel like a zombie today. I feel kind of zonked out. So I'll probably lay down for a few, and then I got a long late shift tonight. Yep. Trying to think if there's anything else I walk around and yap about. Not really. It is a beautiful blue day. Look, there's a hawk up there. Let me see if I can get it. I'll have to switch the camera though. It's flying in circles. It's looking for the silkies, I bet. It's a good thing I'm out here. All right, let's see if I can show it. I don't know how well you can see that bird circling around up there is a hawk. Let's see, it might fly in front of the sun. Where'd it go? It's over there now. No. Anyways, whew, I probably blinded everyone. I blinded myself. That's a hawk, and it's circling my yard. And that is one of the things we battle here. One of the predators is these hawks. They're Cooper hawks, I believe. And they like to sit up in the trees and circle my yard. The bigger chickens are pretty much all right because they're smaller hawks. But the silkies, I've caught them trying to grab the silkies. So the silkies have this porch, which they may be under now because of that hawk. That's a bunch of mess under there. But I let them hide under this porch. And so they can run under the porch, get away from the hawk. They probably ran back to their place, I bet. There's a little place so they can hide where the hawk can't get. I bet you they've run back. Yeah, they're hiding over here. So you guys spotted it too, huh? Well, I don't have a rooster, and that's one of the jobs of the rooster, so I'm out here being a rooster as well. My yard's a mess. Oh, and then Andy says, you have to do a 4-hour supervised visit with your granddaughter mother today. Oh, okay. I hope that goes well for you. Remember to look for the positives, though they may seem hard to find when darkness tries to overwhelm you. Yep. So I used to call it getting in the spiral, being overwhelmed, but definitely finding those means to not get there is good. And one of them most certainly is the positives. So look to what to be thankful for. So that's why I actually there's a little prayer, one of my favorite, and everyone knows it, but it really helps me out a lot. When I'm having a bad day and things aren't going right, I like to, just remind myself this is the day the Lord made. I'll rejoice and be glad. And it reminds me that no matter what's going on or what will go on, it's the day that God made, and there's a lot to be thankful for. And so from there, I just start looking for things to be thankful for. And when you start being thankful for stuff, a lot of times you can pull yourself out of that. Boy, the rain is coming down. Yeah. Can you hear it? Every weekend. Okay. Well, hopefully that goes well for you today, Andy. Look, these plants aren't doing bad. This is the green onion, the bunching onion. So I'm going to probably come try and get a bunch of that. Still have some stuff here. Sweet mint's kind of dying off. I decided to keep this little area. My wife likes to lock the dog in here. It's kind of a mess right now. But this is just kind of spare either chicken coop. There's a nesting box in there you can see. Or a little dog area if we have to lock them in here. I took the cover off of it. But I found with doing homesteading, the urban homesteading is teaching us a lot that hopefully we can upscale, or we will upscale here someday. And so one of those things is having extra cages, extra animal areas and stuff, because inevitably you're going to have sick birds or animals or ones you need to get away from the others. I've just so many different things. And so I'm looking for little cages to stuff a bird in or a dog or something. And having this or several little things like this, although it kind of looks a mess or whatever, but it gets utilized. Well worth it. So keep some of those, some extra quail cages and stuff around. Yeah. Switch his camera back if that hawk is. He sees me out here, so he's probably flown off. We're just about half an hour. We're at just about half an hour, so I'm gonna hop off here in a few minutes. We'll do a couple more comments. I'll sit down. I'll just show this tea I'm sipping on one more time. So I really like this one. This is one I think everyone should try. Oh, everyone, you're probably wondering where Casey is. Yes, that's so true. I feel like we are constantly trying to put together new areas. Yeah, yeah. So part of the infrastructure I've discovered, and here, let me just, I say it all the time, but no matter whether you're on a small urban backyard homestead like I am, or you got an acre or two or even more, I feel like we're all in the learning stage all the time. If you have it down pat, good for you. You're way beyond me. But so I say I'm here learning, and so we can transpire that to bigger, better things. We're going to move on to more land and more stuff, but we're still going to be learning there as well. So my goal kind of is just to learn as much as I can now, those types of little things that will help me out before I have more to deal with. And so definitely I look at infrastructure, and I know the importance of having it before you get the animals. As to whether I will do that every time, probably not. I'll probably get the animals and then have to build the infrastructure. But there's something to be said for having that in place first, and then like I just said, having extra cages or little areas are good, tucked away areas. Casey is all right. He's playing on the computer with his cousin, and so I don't make him come on the streams. He just gets to, because he's a child. And so right now he wants to play with his cousin. He doesn't get a lot of those opportunities. So that's what he's doing. Yeah, he's doing great. He'll be on next week all Saturday. So I'll tell him you guys were asking about him. The day you quit learning is the day you die. Yep. Now, a lot of people quit learning and continue to live, I guess. A lot of people. So you don't want to quit learning. You want to always be learning. You have to build 4 of anything, it seems, to get it close to perfect around here. Oh, we have to. Yeah, I build a lot of extras, a lot of version 1, version 2. No, he's not sick. Thank you, though. I'll let him know you were concerned. He's not sick. He's doing that, and then the spicy mom's actually getting ready to bring my older son. Sorry, the sun's kind of in my eyes. I'm squinting, but to bring my older son his work clothes. He has to work today in his lifeguard job. Yep. Brad is out in our big chicken coop now, working on getting it divided so you can separate breeds. Oh, okay. Very cool. So that is neat. Yeah, well, that's one of the things I was telling my wife that when we have more land, I think I want to do the chicken houses more barn style. Well, I was thinking about wanting to do the chicken houses more barn style and put all the birds in it. But then I started thinking about wanting to separate out breeds and stuff, and whether I'd want to divide that up or just have multiple houses. So that's something I've been thinking about here too. So you're gonna separate. I'm assuming that's for sale. That's cool. What breeds do you have? If you don't mind me asking. I'm gonna grab my camera stand. It's right here. I guess I could come sit over here where the sun's not in my eyes too. There we go. Look at this beautiful tarp. So we have right now, we have silkies. So I got a couple silkies. We love them. I want to get some more. And I know Gidros, he said get a hold of him. His website says he's out. We're once again back to the infrastructure thing. I need to get their house finished and all that first. So I think I'm going to wait on getting more silkies, just a little bit. And then I'll get a hold of them. And I do want some more of those. The silkies are more of just pets. And they do have a few jobs, probably more jobs than the other chickens. They clean up the quail coop, and they go through the garden and get more bugs and stuff since they don't really destroy things. You're going to the restaurant to work today. I hope you have a great day. I got to go to work too, so hope it's a good one for you. So we have the silkies. We have the one Orpington buff left. Sounds fun. We have 4 of the brown leghorn. I have a couple black sex link, and then some Rhode Island red. So those are the breeds we have on chickens. Quail, right now we have our mix, color mix. Those are the ones in the greenhouse that are going to be cold. We have the jumbo wild. I'll probably end up keeping those. And then we have our celadon. And then inside our autumn amber. The autumn amber ones, if they work out well, are probably going to be the ones I keep. So we sell quail eggs, obviously. I find while I like the jumbo ones more for eating because they're bigger, for sale, just the regular quail eggs seem to be best. Otherwise, if you're giving them some of the jumbos, they assume that's what they want, all of those. And then my cartons don't fit them. I have a lot of cartons. So yeah, for next spring. Okay, so you're getting ready. Sales, awesome. Hey, thumbs up to getting ready. You have Brahmas, Australorps, American Breeze, AM Semanis right now. These Semanis, I'm sure I'm saying that, and AM Breeze are separated, so you're starting to separate them out. Do you have a rooster for each one of those, I'm assuming? So one thing we are lacking is a rooster here. The rooster does a lot of good things. It protects the flock. It helps kind of keep them in line so they're not pecking each other so much and all that other stuff. I need to get a rooster. Now's the time to get ready for spring sales. Yeah, it comes on so quick. But it is the time to be looking at spring now that winter's starting. So I'm a little behind. I think better organization. So we sell quail eggs. I sell a lot of chicken eggs. Like I said, when I get more chickens, it does take a while before the chickens are laying eggs. So I think I'm just going to try and get those right away. Instead of waiting for them. You're growing out a Brahma Roo. You do have roosters for all of them. Way too noisy, yes. So I don't have that rooster here. One, we are on an urban homestead. And although I can have one, I don't want to draw so much attention to the urban homestead that the neighbors, and especially the commercial property neighbors around me, complain and then draw attention to my homestead. That's not something I'd really care for. Hey, buddy. So I don't have one now. Also, the spicy mom, so close to the house, I don't think is about it. So although I'm pushing to get a silky rooster, we'll see. I might have to wait till we're on land. Yeah, sorry about that. So it's 10:30 a.m. Solo's being real sweet today. You may not be feeling great either. Come here, buddy. I'm feeling your nose. He likes to get into the compost and the chicken coops, and then he doesn't feel good for a bit. All right. Well, we're at 38 minutes. That's good. I finished my tea, I think. Let's see if there's another sip. If not, I'm going to take another sip while anyone could put in anything else they'd like to in chat. And then we're going to go ahead and wrap up today. So the next time, I'm going to put out, I almost had that candle video that will go out in a day or two. I may put out a few other little videos this week. But besides that, the next time I'm going to be on is for Saturday night for our big live stream, our big, now that we've resupplied on our dried herbs from the homestead, our relaunch for our store. So there'll be some giveaways and other things going on there with that. I actually already got that thumbnail up. So go on there and hit notify so you're reminded. This tea's great cold too. I like to test my teas hot, cold, with honey, without. This one I like all four ways there. I actually think your hands are louder. Oh, okay. But roosters are more distinguishable. Well, our hens can be loud, and they can get on one sometimes, and I think that's why I'm going to try and keep hatching out silkies until I accidentally get a rooster, and then, maybe go in that way, and hopefully by that time we're on some land. Dogs feed off our emotions. They really do. I guess here's a little fact, and Something I heard, so I might get some stuff wrong, but from what I heard, there's only a few animals that when you're around, you kind of like almost link up with, like your brain releases, I think it's serotonin or certain chemicals, and theirs does as well. And so now you can love other animals and they can love you, certainly, but there's only a few, from what I understand, that kind of have that certain connection. And I think it's cats, dogs, horses. There was a handful of them, I forget, that I had heard, and there could be others, who knows. But I believe it definitely with dogs. When you're their master, I think you kind of link up a little bit, right? That would be wonderful. I see. Oh, uh-oh. Hey there, spicy mom. I've said it before. I don't think it's a secret. I agree, Nikki. That's why I don't like live chickens anymore, and why I love quail. Oh, what was that from? I missed, I guess. In the noise. So I do, as I love my chickens. I think they're a lot of fun. I do enjoy them. But there are times I'm taking care of them and I think, man, now I kind of see why Zach hates chickens. There are reasons to not like them for sure, like with pecking their eggs, with getting loud. They get obstinate sometimes, and they're a pain in the butt. Quail are definitely easier. Um, but yeah, the chicken eggs sell though. People want the chicken eggs. They like quail too, but the chicken eggs we can always get rid of. Spice has to get one eventually. See? That's funny. Love you, babe. All right. Well, I'm gonna let you guys either go rest or go at it today, whichever you decide to do. But whichever you decide to do, I encourage you to be positive when you find yourself getting a little down, maybe today, or not being quite as positive, maybe sluggish or zombie-ish. Just start thinking of some things you're thankful for, naming them off, and hopefully that helps out. Right? That's the theme this month. Well, we talked about reducing chickens, and then recall on eggs happened. Yeah, and the sales went through the roof. Yep. Well, us too. I like having them. I probably always will. You guys have a blessed day. Go at it, and we will see you in videos in your lives, hopefully, or next Saturday. Have a good one, y'all. If you haven't left a thumbs up or down, go ahead and do so.